No, 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 no.
Stay savage, your boy Shino Ben Tro was popping. We are back with a Boruto video. This time we're gonna be talking about the boy Mitsuki, and honestly, I'm really upset. Like, I'm gonna just be real with you guys, because as you guys know, in tomorrow's episode, there's probably gonna be some Mitsuki versus Shinki action up in there, and we're gonna see two people throw down. But the thing is, they are completely disrespecting my boy Mitsuki. Me, like, as a Mitsuki fan, me getting into the Boruto world and like actually seeing this character get introduced, I was already skeptical about him. But once I saw him get introduced and I saw what he could do, and I saw like how he was as a character, as a person, in terms of lightning style, wind style, in terms of strategic play, and how this man executes things, I was fucking with Mitsuki, and I thought Mitsuki was a well-rounded character, and I thought this man was probably my favorite character in the whole Boruto cast. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of other people who compete with Mitsuki, but still Mitsuki has clearly been shown to be the stronger kid in the new generation. On top of that, he excels extremely well, and he's very adaptable in certain situations as regarded as his ninja abilities take him, you know what I'm saying? But like, for the most part, I feel like they about to completely shaft my boy Mitsuki, because we saw Mitsuki go into Chunin exams, and clearly Orochimaru had already put a restraint on Mitsuki. He was basically telling him, look, you can't go use your full power, you can't exert your full strength, because if you do, then they not gonna fuck with you, they gonna kick you to the side. And one thing for me that kind of really upset me, because it was like we finally getting to see all the next generation really put a lot of their energy and a lot of their powers on the line, and basically we see everything that they've learned and basically everything they got up until this point. You know, we're gonna get to see them execute so much more, and the fact that Mitsuki is already here, and you know, he got his hands fucking tied like this, you know, and man can't really do too much of shit due to the fact that Orochimaru already told them if you use your full strength and you use your full power, they probably won't let you be there anymore, so it's best that you hide it away. And guys, guess what? They put him against Shinki. Shinki is somebody that came with the hidden sand, you know, this was Gaara's little destructive adoptive baby and shit like that. We don't know what the fuck's the true backstory behind Shinki, but we know Shinki's gonna be fighting against Mitsuki, somebody who has a sage mode who's ridiculous. This man has regeneration abilities, this man has a lot of Orochimaru techniques. On top of that, we seen him use wind style and lightning style. This man has done a bunch of shit. On top of that, he is not an ordinary ninja. When you look at Mitsuki, you can tell that Mitsuki is really skilled and he's really adapting a lot of things that he come and he does, and you can see this man always getting some fucking great intel, you know. So when they go ahead and put him against Shinki, somebody that was hyped up, supposed to be like this prestigious character, supposed to be like Gaara's, you know, second coming, you know what I'm saying? This supposed to be like this destructive power force. This man has magna release, he can control iron sand, and he's doing so many different things in terms of the shinobi world. You know, you're gonna think to yourself, like, what the fuck, you know, you want to see these two people put against each other at full capacity, versus we have Mitsuki, who is clearly being there with his hands tied and he still can't do shit due to the fact that he's not able to actually use the full potential of his powers. He can't go into his sage mode, he can't, you know, utilize that type of tool to fight against Shinki. It's like he's being held back. It's like he has this big ass handicap on him, you know what I'm saying? And this kind of fucking sucks, because we see Shinki, you know, destroying Chocho, talking about I don't use discretion, you know, being a complete dick in terms of his ability, being a complete asshole. We know this kid is strong, but we see him kind of bully everybody into a corner, and the fact that we're not going to get the real Mitsuki that's going to be fighting him, you know, it's kind of unfair. It's like, goddamn, like, we really going to see Mitsuki with restraints. This man is really having boundaries, versus he's fighting an enemy who doesn't have restraints. He doesn't have boundaries. It's like, how the fuck do you actually put these two against each other? Like, I get what you guys are doing. I understand that you guys are trying to build hype for Boruto versus Shinki, but honestly, Boruto and Shinki wouldn't be the best fight for this case scenario. The best fight for will be Mitsuki versus Shinki, and on top of that, like, Shinki and Mitsuki are probably around the same level. Maybe Mitsuki's a bit stronger due to the sage mode and him having the regeneration abilities, you know what I'm saying? He did scare his other opponent, and he was like, oh wait, I can't use this, and it was really fucked up due to the fact that that's being one of Mitsuki's core abilities. Like, when we got to see like the full moon story about Mitsuki and Orochimaru, we clearly got to see Mitsuki, you know, out there with his sage mode, activating that shit when he was fighting against Log. It wasn't on some regular casual shit. We saw Mitsuki tap into some powers, you know, that he didn't actually know he had due to his memories being erased. And you know, now that he's a little bit older, now that he has a little bit more foundation, he's been with the academy, you know, hanging around Boruto Sarada, being trained by Shino Sensei and shit like that, going through all the courses that the rest of the new generation have been going through. You know, he obviously is going to be a little bit more adapted in terms of controlling that power, and it's like, god damn, we not even gonna get to see it. Like, when are they actually gonna give us a glimpse of that true power? Because, you know, obviously this is gonna be that developmental arc for everybody. You're gonna see them start to go and get stronger and shit like that. Now clearly Mitsuki is gonna be put at a disadvantage because he's holding back. You know, he's not gonna be able to use his full potential, so this might build his character development a little bit more. Also help him improve in terms of how to use his strategic play, because if he can't use his full power, he's gonna have to rely on strategies. He's gonna have to rely on tactics to take out his opponent, due to the fact that he might assess his opponent and say, oh, this guy's clearly stronger than me. And the fact that, you know, he doesn't really know the true potential of Shinki, and Shinki doesn't really know the true potential of Mitsuki, and he won't ever get to learn that due to the fact that he can't go into the Sage mode. It's just generally upsetting, and I'm really pissed off. Like in the movie, we got Shinki versus Chocho. It was really quick, you know, that was really like snappy type shit. It wasn't one of those things where we got a lot of discretion, where we got a lot of playing around. You know, he just obliterated her. He went straight for the kill, you know. Now clearly in anime adaptation, they like to build up some hype, they like to build up some aesthetics, you know, give you some good looks and give you guys some good tune-ins and some chimes-ins, and that's kind of what they did essentially with Chocho and Shinki, basically like making her do the human boulder and shit like that, you know, just kind of giving you a little bit of insight about his character, making him have a little bit more of choice words, not necessarily him just go and get away and get the straight W. But it's clear the boy talks about him not wanting to hold back, and he wants to use his full power, but he's literally talking smack to Mitsuki, and Mitsuki can't use his full power due to Orochimaru telling him, if you use your full power, you're gonna get kicked to the curb. And it's still in my head like, god damn, why are you guys gonna do this? Like, why would you even draw something up like that? Why would you even put like the two strongest next generation people together if you're not gonna allow them to actually fight and actually show their true potential? Now obviously there's gonna be some shit probably when Boruto fights against Shinki, and honestly I'm not excited for it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't really care, because Boruto is probably gonna rely on a scientific ninja tool. He's probably going to use some type of jutsu off of that shit, which allows him to get the winning seat. Then Naruto may or may not intervene, interfering with the Chunin exam, telling him that, look, you are disqualified, Shinki is automatically the winner, or probably some shit like that. We do know that the tables will turn. I don't want to go too in depth in terms of spoilers in case somebody's watching this with expectations for tomorrow's episode and shit like that, but we do know like things will turn with him and Sarada and shit like that. But for the most part, we don't have an expectation for Boruto going into this. When Boruto fights against Shinki in the open, now we know he's going to be using some of his agility aspects, sometimes of his Tai jutsu and shit like that, but it's like, yo, we not getting none of your jutsus, bro. We get it, you know, wind style, we get it, you know, a little bit of lightning style, but like, you're not applying those techniques, you're not using those techniques to best of your abilities, you know what I'm saying? When you're holding yourself back, you're being a big ass restraint to yourself. It's like, why can't you apply these techniques and use those in order to get a lot stronger, instead of just relying on a scientific ninja tool? And that's been the whole big thing for me, like this whole entire arc. Is like, I've been watching Boruto more and more just be a disappointment to his dad, because like when we watched Boruto in the movie, now we had those scenes with Boruto using the scientific ninja tools, it was like right away. Now that they're elongating these shits, they're basically extending the fucking Chunin exams, and they dragging these types of fights out and these types of moments out. We're not really getting to see Boruto use his true potential, and we're getting to see more Boruto cheating. We get to see like a bigger, long listed version of him cheating, you know what I'm saying? Like, they extended the fucking fight with Yuri a little bit, you know, we get an extended list of him fighting. We got to see the first round of the fucking Chunin exams. He didn't use it, but like, you know, he relied on his other people's, and that didn't really show his best abilities. Then we got the second round, you know, he cheated. You know, it was one of those things where we just seen cheat, you know, and then he goes against his best friend Shikadai, and he cheated. You know, it was like, god damn, we got Shikadai sitting on the stairs looking like a complete loser. Everybody just completely upset with him, and then he cheated, you know, versus, you know, we got people like Mitsuki who are just being held back. Like, they're being held back, like they're holding him back from using his powers. They're not letting him reach his true potential. They're not letting him go in there and just do so much damage to the hidden sand ninjas and shit like that. They're not letting him go in there with his true powers and his true capabilities to take on Shinki. You know, they're just fucking nerfing it, and it's like, oh my god. I understand this sounds like a bit of a rant, but you usually gotta have these moments when, you know, you see something going on in anime and you're just like, you're not fucking with it. And I'm gonna keep it a buck, I'm not fucking with Shinki versus Mitsuki, because I know, like, due to the fact that Orochimaru put put these restraints on him, he's not gonna do anything. He's not gonna be real capable of excelling and being able to get through this fight. I feel as though it's something gonna be completely one-sided due to Mitsuki getting backed in the corner by this magnet release user, the person that using the Iron Sand like the fucking third Kazekage, you know what I'm saying? It's just fucked up. You know, we got fucking Gara on the other hand, who was somebody who was completely vicious, who didn't have no chain, and then fucking Rock Lee was told he didn't have no chain, versus, you know, we got Mitsuki, who's somebody who's being told, you know, you have to use restraint, and then like fucking Shinki, who was just out there just fighting to win, you know what I'm saying? It really just sucks that they're going to do this to Mitsuki, and honestly, I think it's a little bit disrespectful to Shinki as a character, because Shinki is probably going to think that he's a lot stronger than Mitsuki, and on top of that, he does have a peak interest in Mitsuki. When Mitsuki was fighting against the fucking Cloud Ninja, he was a little bit curious about what the power that Mitsuki was using, and then, you know, he actually told Mitsuki, I'm not going to fall for a bluff like that, you know, due to the fact that he didn't actually get to see what powers lie behind, like, what Mitsuki did in that Aurora. You know, he was kind of in a shroud of Aurora, and it wasn't really in depth, you know, so it's really fucked up, because now, you know, Shinki is not actually going to get to see any of that. You know, he's only going to get the glimpse of what, you know, Mitsuki did, and then on top of that, Mitsuki's probably going to just have a really hard time with that, because if you guys look at like that glimpse of the backstory from Gara and Shinki, you can see that Shinki has like a lot of fucking chakra and a lot of chakra control due to him being able to conjure up a fucking complete sandstorm of just iron sand, and nobody actually been able to get in there. On top of that, you know, he even pierced Gara's back when Gara was trying to get in there and give him a hug and shit, just to let him know that he cared. You know, this man clearly has no remorse for some regard, you know what I'm saying? Now, maybe he has a little bit more developmental skills and, you know, just some, you know, personal traits that he picked up from Gara along those lines, but as of right now, what I know about him in terms of that backstory and what's actually been going down, you know, this man doesn't have a fuck to give and he has no chill. But that's something we've also seen Mitsuki with, because Mitsuki is a person that's learning emotion by him being a synthetic human. You know, he's actually going through those struggles of trying to be an everyday human and not create like a big mess or create big problems within the Leaf Village, you know what I'm saying? You see, like, he's actually trying to put his best effort forward, you know, to try to blend in and try to be normal. Now, sometimes he do go a little bit overboard, and that's what Boruto and Sarada kind of step in to let him know. But as his character starts to develop and he starts to learn more about being a human, you start to see like he starts to like prioritize his actions and try to change some of the things he does. Now, as far as this fight go, I ain't fucking with it. You know, obviously I'm gonna review the video, but like I'm upset because fucking Mitsuki isn't gonna be at his best ability. He's not gonna be at his peak profession. He's not gonna be at his prime. Let me know how you feel about them possibly shafting him. Now, I'm more excited about Sarada and Arya because like we don't know exactly what's gonna go completely down. Now, we know in terms of spoilers, but like we know that Sarada doesn't have a fucking restraint on her. You know, Orochimaru ain't say, Sarada, bitch, you better not use your Sharingan. You know, you didn't see Sasuke say, look, little girl, you better not use your Sharingan. You didn't say Sakura say, look, little girl, don't use your fucking Sharingan or chakra control, little bitch, blah, 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 blah. You know, we got Mitsuki, hey, don't use that power, because if you use that power, you won't be able to stay there, my nigga. And you know, Mitsuki wants to stay there. So let me know your personal thoughts and personal opinions, like always. With that being said, my name is Shino Trail. Stay true and stay real. Hope you guys have a blessed day. And until next time, see you guys later. Bye.